Microphone, chicka chicka, check 1 2 1 2. This is your host, not son, baby, and this is another episode of Swingers After Dark. Now, you have two types of drug users at swing parties. You have the Escobars and you have the El Chapos. I use those names for a metaphor. So let me break it down. So the Escobars, let's start with that. The Escobars are the people who snort cocaine. You know, they want to get their sniff on. You know, they like nose candy. They like to powder their nose. They like to snort lines of cocaina. That white girl. You feel me? And, you know, the Escobars is frowned upon to do lines of cocaine at swing parties unless you're at an underground party where the hosts don't give a shit because they sniff as well. But for the most part, people who are Escobars, like the Escobars at swing parties, they get their sniff on behind closed doors, like away from people, because they want to be discreet. If they're at a house party and they want to get their snort on, they do it inside their car or they do it low key in the bathroom. Because if the host ain't with the shit, then they're going to get put the fuck out. Because it's illegal. You understand? It's illegal. And Lord forbid that somebody catches wind that not only somebody is throwing a swingers party, but also snorting cocaine. Oh, whoa, Nelly. Like the authorities will get a hard on from that. No pun intended. So you have the Escobars, you know, they're usually discreet about their shit. You know, nobody bothers them. They don't bother anybody. They just want to turn up. They want to get lit. And then you have the El Chapos, the people who smoke weed. You know, your marijuana smokers, your 420 fam. And the El Chapos, for the most part, they're universally accepted. Because marijuana, for the most part, pretty much, it's legal. It's legal to smoke weed. You feel me? Pretty much. Like, based on the technicality here and there. You know, like, grass, like, nobody's going to frown upon you if you smoke grass. It's like a harmless drug. Matter of fact, some people don't even view marijuana as a drug. They just see it as equal as cigarettes. And cigarettes is worse. Like, you could get cancer from cigarettes. But yet cigarettes, they're legal. They've been legal before marijuana. But anyway, all politics aside, you know, the El Chapos, they're more socially accepted than the Escobars. Now, me personally, you know, I chief here and there. You know, I get my smoke on. I'm not an Escobar. I don't do the white girl. I don't sniff lines or snort cocaine or shit like that. But I'm not the type to judge people who do. I'm just not going to be around them because that's not my circle. You feel me? I like to be around like-minded people. And even though I may, you know, smoke weed socially, that doesn't mean I want to hang out with the weed smokers. I generally hang out with people who drink but don't get drunk, if you know what I mean. You know, they drink to get a buzz. They don't drink to get fucked up and sloppy to the point where they don't know where they're coming and going. And because we're in a sexually charged environment, it's imperative to stay on point all the time, especially if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want anybody to take advantage of you when you're intoxicated, inebriated, and you're high off your fucking mind. And that's one of the reasons why, or not even one of the reasons, it's the main reason why I refuse to engage with a woman who's high and drunk off her ass. You feel me? Not only because, you know, she really can't consent. She might be horny as fuck. She might want some dick, but that doesn't mean she's in her right mind. That's why when I know if a chick is drunk, I do two things. I give her some water, you know, so she could piss out the liquor, or I may give her some bread, or I may, you know, tend to her needs, or I may, you know, take her to a room and sit her down. Or if I really don't know her like that, I'm going to, contact her friends so they could tend to her needs, so they could look after her, so nobody could try to do some fuck shit and take advantage of her. Because you do have some predators in the lifestyle. You have some dudes, they don't know how to get buns on their own merit, so they got to wait until a chick is sloppy, pissy, drunk, and high out of her mind to fuck. Me personally, I'm not that type of dude. Like, I need you to be coherent, goddammit. Listen, I don't want you to fuck me because the weed or the cocaine told you to fuck me. I want you to fuck me because you want to fuck me. You're in your right mind. You're cognizant about you wanting this dick. And, that's why, we're living in an era of a Me Too era, the you okay sis, this neo-feminist era, where even if a chick, she wants to fuck under the influence, that's still punishable. If you're a dude who wanna fuck a chick, both of y'all tipsy, y'all, high off your ass and y'all drunk, and, she's consenting, you're consenting, it's still your fault in a court of law, because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She can't consent, or she's unable to consent. You understand me? That's why I'm careful about who I frolic with. That's why I'm more comfortable with women who I've known for years, because we know each other. We're comfortable with each other. We trust each other. You feel me? To the point where we have each other's back. There's a trust level. There's a friendship level beyond fucking. You understand me? And that's why it's not healthy to be around people who are El Chapos and Escobars when you don't know them. Because if shit goes left, somebody got to go to the fucking police precinct. You know what I'm saying? Because you may have a chick, she may feel guilty after the fact. She may not even know that she fucked you until after the fact, or until somebody told her and she's like, what the fuck? I don't remember that. And then all hell is going to break loose. You thinking you have a good old time. You smoking weed with this chick. You getting lit, turned up. You drinking, smoking, getting high. High as the pussy on the Statue of Liberty. But she, she makes a complete 180. You know what I'm saying? And she like, yo, you violated me. And that's every man's worst nightmare. That's every man's worst nightmare, to get caught up with a chick who has regrettable sex, because you're thinking that she's with the shits. But in reality, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She's incoherent. She just, she's caught up in the moment. And, to the naked eye, she consented. Oh, she's about that life. But in a court of law, they may say, nah, chief, nah, you took advantage. You fucked up. She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. So that's why when I see a chick who's fucked up at a party, like, I don't care how good she looks or how fat her ass is. If she's fucked up to the point where she's twisted and, she's sloppy drunk, I'm going to contact the security. Or fuck that. I'm not even going to contact security because some of them are creeps. I'm going to contact somebody who I know I can trust. And usually at swing parties, everybody knows everybody. So I'm going to find her friends to tell them, yo, your homegirl, she needs assistance. Go over there. Like, holler at her. Take her to the room so she can sleep it off. You understand me? Because I'm not going to babysit some grown woman, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure that nobody fucks with her. Because we're a community and we have to look after each other. You understand me? And not only that, as far as me not, hanging around, socializing and fraternizing with people who are Escobars and El Chapos, as far as, not knowing if a chick is in her right mind to consent, because you have women, they're functional drug users. and alcoholics. They may appear normal, but they're fucked up. And they don't know what they had done until you remind them. And they be like, hey, yo, I don't remember that. And you be like, oh shit, but I thought you were sober. You know what I'm saying? You thinking this chick is sober, or even dudes, because chicks, you know, if they think you're a baller, they'll sip a Mickey in your drink, a roofie, and the next thing you know, she sucked you dry. No pun intended. You wake up and all your shit is gone. All your shit is missing. So it goes both ways. But back to the lecture at hand. Not only I stay away from the Escobars and the El Chapos because of the consent issue, I also stay away from them because I don't know what the fuck that people nowadays put in their drugs. I don't know what the fuck is in there. It could be all types of chemicals and poison and shit in the weed and cocaine nowadays. I don't snort cocaine on GP, on general principle. But as far as the weed, I don't smoke everybody's weed. Because I don't know what's in that shit. And especially nowadays, they put fentanyl in damn near everything. Fentanyl is the new pork. You know how, like, manufacturers like the food and the Bath and Body Works manufacturers, they put pork in everything. They put pork in everything. And fentanyl is the new pork because they put fentanyl in damn near everything. And that's why you have people dropping like flies. And that's why I don't smoke everybody's weed. I don't use everybody's edible because I don't know what the fuck is in that bitch. You feel me? So when I do indulge in smoking that sticky icky, I'm hesitant. I really got to trust the person who's giving it to me. I really got to trust that their connect is not going to do some okie doke shit by spiking their weed. And now I'm fucked up to the point where I can't even control my own body. I don't know what the fuck is going on because my weed is spiked. You feel me? And a lot of marijuana nowadays is debatable that they're getting the natural herbs. But a lot of shit is flaw as hell. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit is bush weed. It's not even good weed. It's not even healthy. So not only I stay to myself regardless. Like, it don't even have to be about whether somebody is an Escobar or an El Chapo. I move to my own beat. You know what I'm saying? In the immortal words of the great American poet Nasir Jones, commonly known to everybody as Nas, born alone, die alone. No crew to keep my crown or throne. I'm deep by sound alone. In other words, I don't need a fucking crew to hold me down, down, down. I can handle my own self. You feel me? So at these parties, going back to the topic, to the subject, the Escobars, they usually throw underground parties. And if they do get they sniff on, it's discreet. The El Chapos, they're accepted. Like a lot of lifestyle hosts, they have a smoking room for the El Chapos. Because everybody and their mama smoke nowadays. You feel me? So, having a smoking room at a swing party, at an LS, a lifestyle party. For those who don't know, LS, the letters LS is short for lifestyle. So when you hear me say LS, I'm saying lifestyle. So, a smoke room at LS events, they're just as important as a BDSM room. Because a BDSM room and a smoke room, they're high in demand. And BDSM, I appreciate them. I appreciate what they do. I admire, the close-knit community and how they stress education. That's not my cup of Henny as well. And the smoke room, that's not my cup of Henny too. I may indulge every once in a while, but I'm not going to be in that bitch every fucking day or every night. You're not going to see me at a smoking tent. You feel me? Because I don't, first of all, this is another thing. People want to smoke the whole night away. It's like, I can't fuck a chick that's another thing. I can't fuck a chick who needs to get high and drunk to get horny or to get ready. She want to get loose. Excuse me. She wants to get loose. And I'm like, if getting high and getting liquored up is a steroid to your hormones, then I don't want to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not about that life. You should be on go. As soon as you go to the party, you should be on go. You should be about that life. So not only I avoid chicks who want to get sloppy drunk, pissy drunk, and they don't know their limits because of the consent part, it's also because, if I want to get my shit off, I'm not waiting until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. for you to get right. And then by the time you get right, I'm tired. I had already busted a few nuts. You understand me? Like, I'm done, shorty. It's like, listen, it doesn't take people hours to get comfortable at a fucking swing party. That's not to say that, you need to soak in. You don't have to that's not to say you don't have to soak in the ambiance and the environment to see that the vibe is right. But if you need weed or liquor for you to get in a headspace in order for you to fuck, to have sex, then maybe swinging is not for you. Especially when shit could easily go left. And then you have all types of court cases and lawyers and police involved and shit like that. And that just makes everything hot. That just fucks it up for everybody. And on that note, this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark. And this is your host, Not Some, baby. Check out my website at www.notsunblaze.com. That's www.nahsunblaze.com. And check out my ebook, Fuck. Yes, you heard right, Fuck. F-U-C-K. It's on Nook, Kindle, iBooks, Google Play. Go get it. It'll make you say, ow. And shoot me an email at swingpodcast@gmail.com. That's swingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up with any question or concerns that you may have. Rate, share, subscribe, and comment on this podcast. Dig. And on that note, until next time, peace.